There are some things in Star Wars that transcends the fandom and becomes public knowledge, even to many of those who have never seen Star Wars. Just think of I am your father, the child, to give him his official name, or Baby Yoda, as pretty much every member of the public will call him, brought an incredible degree of cuteness to a gritty show, probably helped by the use of a puppet whenever possible, and immediately began melting the heart of everyone who watched. Welcome back to FilmShack. Today, we prepared for you top 10 Baby Yoda moments. Number 10. Going for a ride. After a painful start to the episode, being hit multiple times by scout troopers, the child is taken by IG-11, who rides a speeder bike towards the settlement to help free Din and company from the Imperial forces. As the droid rides into battle and blasts every stormtrooper he sees, the child just sits in front of him in a pack and gurgles and laughs. This is a very tense and serious portion of the episode, so cutting to the child enjoying himself is a great way to relieve a little tension for us viewers, while staying true to the character. Number 9. Ignoring Din.
Don't touch anything. I'll find us some lodging and I'll come back for you. You stay right here. You stay. Don't move.
After arriving on Sorgan, Din Djarin goes on a lengthy spiel to the child, telling him to stay put and not touch anything while he's gone. I don't think any of us really expected the child to do as he was told here, so it was very little surprise to see the Razor Crest open up to reveal him standing next to Din, ready to go. It's a great little scene, allowing for a reason for Din to take the child with him, whilst also emphasizing that the child is just a little kid, and Din is out of his depth having to look after him. Number 8. Stop touching things.
Stop touching things.
Just beating out the last moment is the one that helped set it up perfectly, but it gets a higher spot as it is a little more memorable. The child starts playing with the buttons as Din is flying the Razor Crest, leading to Din telling him to stop touching things. The child stops for a moment before mischievously leaning in and pressing another button, all while watching Din for a reaction, causing the ship to shake as a resultant change of controls. Again, it shows us how Din doesn't know how to deal with a child on board, but more than anything, watching the child's ears mischievously prick back as he watches Din's reaction to him doing what he was just told not to do was something we are sure many parents/pet owners can relate to. Number 7. Force Fake Out. After chasing the child around the Razor Crest in a game of cat and mouse, Zero finds the child hiding in Din's bunk. As Zero raises his blaster, the child also raises his hand, and after a moment of tension, Zero explodes. It's clearly played for us to believe the child has done this, until Zero falls, to reveal Din standing behind him, blaster drawn. While this could have very easily been another fake-out, like with G-11 and the Bounty Hunter, on Sorgan's attempt to shoot the child, what improves this one is the reaction of the child to Zero exploding, looking at his hand, as if thinking, "Did I do that?" before Din's presence is revealed. Number 6. Stopping the mudhorn. With the only previously known characters of the child species being both Jedi, Yoda and Yaddle, it's understandable that many would assume that the child would be force sensitive. Well, we got confirmation as Din took on the mudhorn, as the child managed to stop the mudhorn's charge by lifting it into the air, allowing Din to get the kill. While this was a great reveal in itself, it was done so well by having the initial reveal just show the child raising its hand and the mudhorn stopping, only for the focus to shift on Din realizing that he hasn't been trampled and looking up to see the mudhorn levitating, before looking to the child, who is clearly concentrating with all his might, while the score from Ludwig Göransson also immediately changes from something reminiscent of a rampaging animal back towards the more Western-styled tones with a mythical twist. Number 5. Healing. So this is an interesting one, as part of the impact probably depends on whether you saw this before or after the rise of Skywalker. For me, I was lucky enough to see the episode the day before the movie, so this was the first time I got to see someone use the Force to heal an individual. For those who saw the movie before the series, like those in the UK, who waited patiently for Disney Plus to arrive and had the child completely spoiled for them, they probably guessed that the child could heal from the campfire scene in Chapter 2. But for me, this was a huge shock, with huge implications for the franchise moving forward. That aside, the scene is great, with everyone's reactions to the child's mystical ability, while Grief's "he's trying to eat me" again adding some levity in a tense moment. Number 4. The magic hand thing. Taika Waititi has a great way of blending humor, action, and character. And this moment, as Moff Gideon attacks the crew in his tie, is a perfect example. None of the group have any blasters capable of doing any significant damage to the tie, but Greef Karga has seen the child use the Force, but clearly has no idea what the Force is, and thinks of a plan.
Hey, let's make the baby do the magic hand thing. Come on, baby, do the magic hand thing. I'm out of ideas.
Just a few seconds that bring across so much character and again bring some levity in a tense moment, while you can understand Greef's panic desperation and lack of understanding of the child's misunderstanding of what Greef wanted. We love this moment, so it says a lot about the moments ahead that misses out on the top 3. But it also loses some points, due to much of the moment relying on the other characters around him. Number 3. Dark Side Baby.
No, stop! We're friends!
This may drop down on our list over time, depending on how the series goes on. But right now, this flies high for the shock value, and the potential that could come from this down the line. The child is watching Din and Cara arm wrestle, and when he raises his hand, we all assume he's about to help, by using the Force to pull Cara's arm down. So, imagine the shock, when instead, he starts Force choking Cara. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. The child is at an age where he is open to influence, and, barring a few moments with Pelimoto and on Sorgan, all he has been exposed to recently is violence. The child has probably misinterpreted the pair's game as Cara attacking Din, and has fought back. Do we believe that the child will probably go to the dark side at some point? No, but it highlights the need for Din to find someone who understands the Force, so that the child can be trained to control his power. Number 2. The Fire. With Din badly injured, the group are all cornered in a bar, so Moff Gideon sends an incinerator trooper to burn them out. After setting the bar alight through the windows, the trooper steps into the doorway and things look bad for the group, only for the child to step forward. The trooper lets fly with flames directed at the group, but the flames don't reach them, as Cara, Din, and Greef look on in wonder as the child holds back a wall of flame, before flicking a hand to send the flames back at the trooper, as well as a great chance to show the child's strength in the Force and narratively giving a reason why the child, who is now exhausted, can't heal Din, leading to his moment with GI-11. What hits us every time is the similarities to Series 4 of Rebels, specifically the episode Jedi Knight, where Kanan gives his life to save his friends by holding back the flames of an explosion, and this really adds to the emotion of the scene. Number 1. The Reveal.
They said 50 years old.
Species age differently. Perhaps it could live many centuries.
Throughout Chapter 1, all we knew about Din's bounty was its location and that it was 50 years old. So even when the cot was revealed, the thoughts of Baby Yoda species never even came into our minds. Just think of the shock for those who weren't spoiled by having to wait half a year or more for Disney Plus to be available in their country, as the bounty was slowly revealed, with the silhouette suddenly revealing a familiar shaped ear, before cutting to Din's view, as the blanket was pulled down to reveal a baby of this mysterious species. This was an incredible reveal, and what we love more than anything is how this huge reveal was not spoiled in the build-up to the show, with no merchandise for the child being created until after he was revealed in order to avoid leaks. The perfect end to a first episode that took our excitement to an even higher level. We would like to invite you to share your opinion with us. Do you agree with our list? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications bell. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you in 2021. Bye!